Room for One More is about finding room for one extra child in your life, particularly a child who faces special challenges, whether they be economic or physical or emotional. One of the ways to make room for one more is through child sponsorship. You commit to sending a monthly donation to an organization that helps a struggling child in a different country. The amount is usually less than $50, and it helps provide access to schools, food, clothes, and other basic needs, while addressing the spiritual needs through the nurturing of the program. High schooler Abby Moore adopted a child from Uganda that she writes to regularly, and the Chaffin girls each sponsor a child overseas who they exchange letters with and pray for.
The high school dropout rate has fallen in the past few years, but still hovers at around 12%. There are many reasons for this, but many students drop out of school because they lack strong support systems in their communities. Mentoring and tutoring are two different ways that MDPC members have made room for one more student in their lives by investing an hour each week in the students at local schools. My friend Dick Harris serves as a mentor to Caesar Esparza. Dick began mentoring Caesar when he was in 6th grade, and now Caesar is a junior at Northbrook High School. I can tell that they have a deep and mutual respect for one another as they have been doing life together for the past 6 years. Dick has seen Caesar grow and mature in significant ways. I believe that Dick has been part of sharing the love of Jesus with Caesar by being his mentor, encourager, and friend.
Right here. He really does.
There are almost 30,000 children in foster care in Texas alone. They all need loving homes while they await for their forever families. Sandy Griffith makes room for one by taking in special babies and fostering them while they await adoption or placement within a stable family. Foster care takes a person who is willing to be the nurturing bridge for a child that lives in constant chaos. It offers a chance to love a child and leave a permanent imprint on their lives.
The church that we were going to before this church, that they announced that if you were interested in adoption, that there was going to be a workshop, and my husband and I kind of just looked at each other at the same time, and we just felt a pull, and we just felt a calling that we needed to go. A year later, we adopted our first son from China. You know, there's so many children that need homes. When I said I wanted 4 kids, he's like, we're going to have 2. We're going to replace ourselves in the population, I remember him saying. And, you know, but he wasn't really serious. And I didn't think anything about it after that. You know, you get so busy with your lives. We had 2 girls who kept us going in many different directions. But I kind of knew when I was confused, because I was like, God, I know there's more children out there of mine. And I didn't know that much about adoption. And I never knew anybody who really adopted. So I didn't even think about it. So when God put that in front of me, it was like, oh, okay, that's where my children are. Our first son is 14, so 5 years ago, my husband actually called me into his study one day and said, you know, I'm just feeling really strongly like we need to adopt another child. So God has just kind of been preparing us for that all along. So we did adopt this child with special needs from Taiwan 5 years ago, and he was 7. And I have to tell you that having biological children and adopted children, I don't love them any differently. But I think I read a statistic once that if we have so many churches in Houston, if every church adopted a child, one child, we wouldn't have foster care in Houston. We really need, the churches need to take the lead, I think. If you think you have room for one more in your heart, if you're feeling led in that direction, we're here to help you, and we're here to support you, and you're not alone.